Hey guys, so today I'm doing a top 5 favorite sitcoms, and I could do like a part 2 to this video too because I have a lot of favorites, but for now I'm just going to do my top 5, and I think it's a really fun video because I am such a sitcom queen. I love sitcoms, I've always have, and I've been watching them for a long time, so I'm sure you guys have seen some of these popular ones. If you haven't, you should really go check them out because they're super awesome. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy this video.
So, coming in at number 5 is The Office, and I know this is pretty much everyone's favorite sitcom and has been for a few years now. But I just want to point out that I'm like totally an OG fan because like I watched every episode in middle school, and my friends would always make fun of me and be like, "Oh no, it's not that funny," but I would always hype it up. So, I've come to the conclusion that the reason The Office is so good isn't because of how funny it really is, because yes, we know it's hysterical in every way, shape, and form, but it's so good because of the realism behind it. And obviously it's a mockumentary show, but it's just so relatable and lovable at the same time. And every character that comes on the show brings something different to the table. Everyone is different and it's diverse, and it has that in the whole cast. You have Dwight's crazy antics, and then you have Jim being sarcastic, and then you have Michael doing his completely own thing, and it just makes the show so much better. And just the relationships that developed over the course of the show, like Dwight and Angela, and Michael and Holly, and of course Jim and Pam, who everyone loves. And it's not even just like the romantic side of the relationship, because we see so many friendships that are so good to watch. Even just Jim and Dwight are really fun to watch because I think they really do have a unique friendship, and where they can have the freedom to like make fun of each other, but at the end of the day still be there for each other. So seeing that like unfold is really interesting with the characters and watching it all come to life. So it's definitely, you feel all these different types of emotions while watching the show. It's not just funny, it's not just sad, it's everything combined into one, which is like so real life and so good. And I'm just waiting for a reboot. Okay, so coming in at number 4 is Full House, and I know that's like so cheesy, but I'm convinced I'm like one of Full House's biggest fans, and that's partly because like I don't meet a lot of Full House fans. But this show is just so fun because everyone's just one big happy family in this house, and it's like a sleepover that like never ends, and John Stamos is there. So that's like a huge bonus. And I think this show just touches on not only good times but tough times, because we see a struggle and we see those heartfelt moments that happen between the family. And I just don't think that they do that as much on other shows. And I know it has that cheesy vibe with the music playing in the background and Danny Tanner doing his dad talks, but I just think it's overall really a fun show. And they don't make shows like Full House anymore, and except Fuller House, and that one's like still like a little okay, but it's not Full House. But I just love the 90s vibe in Full House. I love the set, the outfits. I love all that. And yes, John Stamos does not hurt either. No shame. Full House rules. Okay, so the next show, which is good, would be That 70s Show. And I think I watched every episode in the ninth grade or 10th grade, but the show is just so superior. And for some people, it brings them back to like a time that they used to know. And for some, it's a time that they never knew, like myself. And it just definitely wraps you into that culture. And it gives you like a look inside, and it just tells you like those stories that your parents tell you just like come to life, and it just shows you through the show. And one aspect that I really like is just the whole set around it. I love Eric's basement. It's just so simple, but it's also like so perfectly imperfect. Like there's so much heart and soul in that basement, and like everything, like the stains on the couch, the old freezer that they get popsicles out of, just like anything. It's just so simple. It's the center where everything happens, and I love that part. And I just love the other sets in general, like Donna's kitchen and her living room, and Jackie's bedroom was so cute. But not even that, it's just the iconicness of the characters and what they brought, and everything that they had that was on the screen that we saw, just like growing up. They captured that life of an American teenager in the 70s in just a small town in Wisconsin, and it touched on good things as well. It's another show that knows how to balance that out, good and bad. We see the good in Donna's and Eric's relationship, but we also see bad things like Hyde not having a good home life and Eric taking him in. And it's just one of those shows that's personable and funny, and it has so much heart into it. And that's why I really love it. And it definitely is number 3. So at number 2, this would be Parks and Rec. And I know it's not popular to like Parks and Rec over The Office, but to me, I just personally like the concept better. And it's the same writers, it's just a different show and it's a different concept. So it's just whatever preference that you like. I'm just personally more of a Parks and Rec fan. And I just think the characters stand out a lot. And maybe it's just because Ron Swanson is like the best and like Leslie Knope is my spirit animal or the Jerry Gary thing. But overall it has so many hysterical and heartwarming moments that pull on my emotions a little bit differently. And that's why it's placed at number 2. So at number 1 would be Friends. And I know this is the basic answer to that, but it just is. Friends overpowers every sitcom that I've ever watched. And I think it's a lot has to do with the chemistry that these actors had off screen, and it played into that when they were on screen filming. And I think this show just shows us the power of friendship in New York City. And even though it sounds basic, it really proved to be one of the best shows on television.
I hope you guys liked that video, and I am happy I was able to make that and show off my favorite sitcoms. I will do a part 2 to this video, so if you want to watch that, you can check back on this channel. So, have a good day!